Hi, welcome back to the section of Scoop. In this section, we'll see further commands that are available in Scoop to bring the data from RDBMS into HDFS. Okay, so before doing that, let's create a database called Scoop B2 or something in my MySQL. So what I'm doing is I'm just connecting to MySQL, create database Scoop B2. Okay, I have created my database called Scoop B2. I'll use this particular Scoop B2 and create few tables inside it. Yeah, so the first table I would be creating is create table called employees. Okay, so I'm just creating an employees with employee number int, birth date as date, and first name, last name, gender, hire date, and I'm giving the primary column as employee number. This is pretty important for us now because we can have our mappers to split the data based on this employee number as its primary key so that it will be unique and not null, right? That's the definition of primary key, right? It's a combination of unique and not null. That will be advantageous for us. So I'm creating three tables. One is employees table. Similarly, I'm creating something like employees export and employees export staging. Both all the tables are having similar structure. Okay, I've created three tables: employees, employees export, and employees export underscore staging table. These are important for us, which we will be using in our next commands. Okay, now I'm inserting some sample records into employees export table. I have my data here. I'm just inserting some data into employees export table. Let's see if the data is exported or not. Select star from employees underscore export. See here, I've got 12 records inside my employees export table. Okay, I'll insert the same records into employees table as well. Insert into employees, select star from employees underscore export. Okay, I've just given the name. Okay, select star from employees. Oops, I'm giving wrong name. Yeah, even employees also has the same records which we had inserted into employees underscore export. Okay, fine. Let's go back to our Scoop commands. Earlier we have imported data from MySQL to RDBMS from a table called test460 from an database called training. Now we are connecting to Scoop B2, which is my database. Okay, I'm taking the data from employees underscore export. Now I'm not exporting, or so now I'm not importing the entire data. Rather, I'm having my specific query to be executed. Rather than taking select star from employees underscore export, I'm having specific data to be exported. Okay, so my import command would be same as earlier. Okay, see here, I'm typing something called Scoop import, connect to database called MySQL, which is the name here, and we have given port number. If you don't give a port number, it will take a default port number. Default port number for Scoop is MySQL is 3306. I'm connecting to a database called Scoop B2. Earlier we have connected to something called training. Now we are connecting to Scoop B2 using our username root. Okay, and then you are using something called query. Okay, select employee number, birth date, first name, last name, gender, hire date for employees, where employee number greater than 114. Because I don't want my entire data. See here, only the data which has employee numbers greater than 114, I want to export that into HDFS. Okay, so I'm using something called $conditions here. I'll tell you why this is required while after executing this. I'm splitting based on employee number. because while creating employees underscore export table itself, I had told that I have created employee number as a primary key, so that I'll make use of it to have my mappers to split the records based on employee number, because it's a primary key, so it is a combination of unique and not null, so I can very well split my data based on this. And while explaining about Scoop introduction, I told Scoop allows the users to specify the path where it can store the data. So I'm asking it to create the data in user training Scoop MySQL employees 460 path. I'm typing in enter. Okay, see here. It has been executing something called select star from this thing. Okay, and it is using something called and 1 equal to 1. This is a boundary query to get the maximum employee number and minimum employee number to find out how many mappers it got to launch. Okay, while preparing that, it has something like something called 1 equal to 2. This is something called limit. Okay, in order to limit that, I am specifying, in order to have this condition, I am specifying dollar conditions. This is mandatory that you got to give while specifying your query. When you are passing your query, your customized query, you got to definitely give dollar conditions. Okay, and then my MapReduce as complete. I got my output into this particular path. This is my path where the actual output had come. So I got 4 mappers. Okay, and you could see here it's totally 8 records. If you go to RDBMS and see select count of star from employees underscore export, where employee number greater than 114. Okay, if you give, it's 8 records. So that's why we got only 8 records into HDFS, and that too they are split into 4 files, output files. Yeah, so this is how you can import your data from your RDBMS into HDFS using a specific query. Okay, you can have your specific query. Okay, now that I had dumped my data into HDFS, if you wanted to store it in compressed format, see here it's a non-compressed format. If you wanted to store this in compressed format, how do you do that? You have an option called -z. When you specify that your data will be stored in compressed format. Let's see that. Let's give a try on that as well. I'm gonna execute this. Enter. It will again prepare its own query. Okay, now it will have its boundary values query and execute the stuff, and it will launch the MapReduce. The mappers will be executed, and you'll have your data in a compressed format. It's the same query as the earlier one, but I'm just using an extra option called -z. Yeah. Okay, but see here I have not given any condition here where employee number greater than 114 or something I have not given. So what happened is it had fetched 12 records. Okay, now let's go and check in this particular target directory how my data is looking like. See, my data has been created in compressed format. If you wanted to view that, we have a command available in HDFS which is called -txt, which will load the snappy loader and give my output. See, I got 3 records which is inside this compressed file. Okay, so this is how you import your data from RDBMS to MySQL to HDFS in a compressed format. Okay, so we have something else called eval function that is available in Scoop. This is nothing but rather than connecting to MySQL and querying your database, you can query it directly from Scoop utility. See, I've got something like employees export table, select star from employees export table limit 2. So rather than connecting to MySQL, I'm just typing it from here. I got my output. So eval is an evaluation command that is available in Sqoop, so that you can directly query database, which is an RDBMS database. Okay, I connected to Sqoop B2 and I queried employees underscore export limit 2. Straightforward. Yeah. I can also insert data into MySQL tables or RDBMS tables, again using eval function. So I can definitely type something like this: insert into employees export this particular value, okay, rather than connecting to my MySQL database. I have inserted one row. Now if you could see the number of rows in employees export, earlier it was 12 records, now it would be 13 records. See here, the count is 13 records. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you had enjoyed watching this video. In our next session, we'll see how to import export data from MySQL to Hive directly. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.